think we're early. Yes, I didn't mean to. No! You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Hold on. I don't even know if I'm really live yet. I think it says I am. Un momento. Am I live? Am I live? I am. Hey, yeah, we're good. We're chilling. I don't know. Hold on, give me one sec. Hope everyone's having a good morning, man. And a good morning for me. And a good morning for me. Good. Okay. Alrighty, man. Let's take a look. Hope everyone had a good day yesterday. No stream yesterday, man. I had yesterday was one of the busiest days I've had in a long time, bruh. It was crazy. It was just a lot of like, I'm still in school, right? I've got this other job that I'm working for a little bit. I've got the channel. So I had to do a ton of videos. I got homework for the school. I coach boys volleyball still, high school volleyball. So it was a lot of stuff. I want to see how. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're just watching the VOD or you're here live, if you're here live, say what's up. I want to see if the chat's working. I got a new if it's working. I'm not even on the chatting screen. Golly, newest sub. Shout out Sack A. Also, I didn't fix the sub goal because I didn't do the stream. I didn't fix the stream last time because if you know, I've been saying I want more than I want to get to 2,000 subs by February. So I've got 16 days left. 15. January doesn't have 31. Am I dumb? January 30th? No, January 31st, because then February. I don't know. So I need to fix that because it's more than 400 because we're at 1585, I believe. Someone can check that out. 1585, which is good. But we can definitely hit that sub goal. So make sure to hit that sub goal if you're a liker of the stream, like the shorts, like the long form, man. Hit the sub button because it does a lot. Also, nothing's popped up because no, the newest member it should have been Rick Palmer. But I think Rick Palmer won't fit in that little gap there, so I gotta fix that. We're under construction still. This is still week 1 of streaming, so we're gonna be doing this forever. I really enjoy this. Shout out for the 9 a.m. The later stream. I had a meeting this morning I had to attend, and so that's what we had this morning. But yeah, I got to watch a little bit of games last night, and I guess let's talk about Tuesday too, because the big game was OKC San Antonio. And OKC, bro, this was so funny. OKC got the W, right? Let me pull my chain out. Where's my chain at? OKC got the W, and my brother who's an OKC fan texting the chat, hey, bro, what did he say? It was something so dumb that he should not have said. It was something along the lines of, nice try, Spurs, maybe next time. And I said, brother, man, if this is a playoff series, you guys would be down 3-1. Like, and then you say, hey, bro, but Chet got a ring, and Wemby don't. Nash, if you're watching this, give yourself a neck, bro. Hit yourself with remember the neck? Yeah. Give yourself one of these. Boom. You lost 3 times to a team. So, yeah. So it's been that was a good game. Wemby played well. The Spurs are looking way good. Last time I chat on Tuesday, we were discussing kind of who's in the playoff run, man. Who's doing well, and we discussed kind of like there's a world where it's gonna be OKC and San Antonio matching up in the Western Conference Finals. Now, if they don't, and it's like Denver OKC because Denver plays San Antonio or something like that, I think it ended up being that because it'd be like the 1-4. The 1-4 was like OKC Minnesota, which is Western Conference Final rematch of last year, And then the second round, the other matchup of the 2-3, if all the top seeds win, which they probably would be. I don't understand why they wouldn't be able to. It would be Denver and Denver and San Antonio. Sorry, it's still early. Denver and San Antonio. And then that would be crazy if Denver wins. I mean, that'd be an insane. Jokic versus Wemby in the playoffs. Woo! This year's going to be mad fun for the playoffs, dude. I'm really excited. We're going to have a lot of fun playoff content coming out. So, give me a sec. I got to respond to this. Anyways, yeah, man, it's been a good time in the NBA. Yesterday there weren't a ton of games. There was a big Vooch game last night. Let's talk about that before we get into what I gotta get into. Big Vooch game last night. Yeah, man. Oh, Grizzlies Magic is at noon in Germany, in Berlin. I can't remember the last time. Has there ever been a Germany game? I don't know if there's ever been a Germany game. That's kind of sick. At noon, I'll have to peep that because I don't have class today. It's so fire, dude. My class, I have to watch the Dream Team documentary. Well, okay, it's not the Dream Team. It's the other Dream Team. It's the Lithuanian team with Arvydas Sabonis and them boys before they could come to the NBA, before all that stuff. They were locked down over there. I have to watch that instead of going to class. So I'll just be watching that and doing something else. So I'll play Minecraft. I'm going to be so real. Then let's see. Yesterday, Nugs beat Mavs. There's anything. Jokic isn't even playing. Who had a good game? Peyton Watson, since the last time we spoke, had a 30 bomb. A lot of people have been talking about him very highly, and I think he's a really, really good player. Pelicans beat the Nets. Bro, the Pelicans. Zion had that dunk. Y'all see that dunk, bro? Woo-wee. That was a nice... He went up and just punched it in. That was crazy. Raptors beat the Pacers. Clippers beat the Wizards. Kings beat the Knicks. Wait, what the heck happened here? I didn't see this. I didn't watch this game. Precious Achiuwa had 20 and 14. DeMar had 27. Zach LaVine had 25. Russ had 19 and 11. Dang. Knicks. Full starting lineup. Cat, Josh Hart, OG, McHale, and Jalen Brunson. AB had... Oh, did he get injured? He only had 5 minutes. I missed something yesterday. I try my best to keep up with watching games and looking at Twitter or looking at X or whatever and trying to find stuff. And I did not do the best job at doing that. But today, we got some fun games. We got Celtics, Heat, Grizzlies, Magic, Thunder, Rockets on Prime. I'll have to watch that at 5:30. Bucks, Spurs at 6. Hawks, Blazers will be interesting to watch just because why not? And then Knicks, Warriors will also be interesting to watch. That'll be a fun little fun one. Yeah, okay. Nothing insane. Nothing crazy. Standings. I'm gonna do this at the beginning of every stream just to kind of recap. You guys can come in and chill. Let's talk about kind of current NBA stuff. Then I'm always gonna have a topic of some sort that's related to the thumbnail, obviously. So if you're watching the VOD, skip to the part where I talk about the content. I think maybe I should do some sort of chapter. I can put those in maybe after in the description and break them up and say, hey, here's when I stopped this. Here's when I stopped this. Maybe I could do that a little bit. Streams are going to be, dude, in a month. Me streaming in a month is going to be way top tier. It's going to be it's way better than it is now. It's been super fun now. I've been really enjoying it. So it's been really good. Thunder still up top. Nuggets now have the 2 seed. That would shake things up a little bit. Spurs at 3rd. T-Wolves at 4th. Rockets took back the Suns. My Clippers are still in 11th. So I will be rooting for the Magic in Germany this afternoon because I need Memphis to lose because I want the Clippers to win. And I believe that the Grizzlies beat us. I think the Grizzlies beat us. So I think we wouldn't even have that. I can't even remember. The Clippers need to be in the play-in. Minimum. And we've been going on a heater. We're still under by 6 games. That's actually less than I thought. We're 17 and 23. 4-game win streak. Kawhi Leonard has been balling out. People say if the Clippers get to a 50 win pace, with 50, I don't even think there's any room for error there. We have to lose 8 games and win 43 games. No, 33 games. 33 and 8? Did you go 33 and 8? 33 and 9. Is that math right? How did I get that math? Hold on. No, yeah, I'm not wrong. 33 gets us to 50. Am I on drugs? And 9. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. Interesting. I had a little bit of a stroke right there on camera. So, I mean. Dude, shout out every team in the NBA except for the Pacers who made the finals last year have more than 10 wins. Clap it up for every team except for Indiana. Indiana, you get Darren Peterson. Heck yeah. I'm thinking about making a video on him next week because, this is a little insight into YouTube. I'm trying to do better and making similar content to itself, but also trying to be experimental. So my best performing content on the channel, you can go see, is content about rookies coming in. And 2 years ago, 24 draft, I made a video about AJ Johnson, how he should go first round. I made a video about Zach Edey and Zach Ricochet and Cody Williams and who was the last one? Ronnie James. I made a video about all 5 of those guys. And AJ was the one that popped off because he was not supposed to go. Well, he could have gone late first round. He ended up going like mid first round, like not late lottery, right after lottery, mid first round. Bought himself a ticket, was in the stands, and walked down and got drafted, which is super dope. And after he got drafted, my views went. And so it's hard for me. Like, the way I made the video back in the day doesn't align with what I want to do now. Like, I make better content now and different content a little bit. So I'll have to try that again. So let me know in the comments if you're watching the VOD or live, if you're watching right now, if you want to see me covering rookies. I've also had people tell me in person they would like to see me covering like the prospects, not rookies, covering the prospects and guys who are coming into the league and that kind of deal. So I'd be so down to do that. I had a good time with that. We do prospect week here in the NBA, or here in the warm up. No, I'm not the NBA. I'm the warm up. We do prospect week here in the warm up. So I don't know when I would do that. Maybe before, if I can do that before March Madness, that'd be crazy. But if maybe it's after, before would probably be better. A lot of things that I'm working on right now. So, anyways, I should put some like music in the background, man. Once again, you gotta do this so that you could do it. That makes sense? Yeah. I feel like I'm just in my own little world sometimes, man. No one's commented yet. We're chilling though. Hey, day 4 streaming. I'm not expecting it to pop off. Not expecting it to pop off. Some days you're going to have like this where it's just me and my own thoughts, man. But we got the VOD watchers, though. If you're watching the VOD, man, let me know, man. I want to see how many people are enjoying the VOD. It's going to be a fun time. Okay. Let's look at kind of the topic for today. I don't have anything going on pertinent. I had my meeting earlier. That's why I wanted to do meeting before stream. So that I could stream for as long as I wanted. So I'm not going to rush. Let's talk about MVP. Let's look at I don't have a different. Should I? Oh, freak. Okay, hold on. I should have did this before stream. Can I live make a new scene? I don't know. I want to put it on screen for y'all. Let me. Oh boy. This might be a little rough. So that's just me. This is here. That's whatever that is. And that's that. I didn't bring my stream deck up. Forgot I left it downstairs because I was filming something else. Okay, well, today we're going to just do, I will have it set up. I can set that up today, Loki. I should have did that before. I'm sorry, everyone who's watching, and it's so bad. Let's talk about MVPs and the MVP race, because I preface, I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about, oh, Shai's just going to run away again because everyone else is injured. And I'm like, I don't think everyone else is injured. Like, Jokic you have to miss 18 games. Oh, there we go. Shout out Dog 384. Luka. Boom. We'll talk about Luka in a sec. Keep chatting. No. If you're here, this is why I'm streaming. Side note, I'm streaming because I want to chat with everybody. Like, I love talking to community and stuff like that. It's so much fun. So don't feel afraid to chat. I will literally have a one-on-one conversation with you. That's what I did last stream. Go watch the last VOD, bro. At the end of the stream, I was just zoned in with this one guy. So shout out that guy. So yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, Shai's gonna run away with it again, which valid. He's been playing super well, but 100% he's been like, there are other guys who are still in the running, and we're gonna like fact check this today, because there's a 65 game rule, so you can't miss. You have to play 65 games. You play 64 games, you're not gonna be able to make it, right? So people are saying, oh, because Luka and Jokic are both injured, that they're gonna miss the amount of games. I'm like, you have to miss 18 games to not play. I don't think either of those guys have missed 18 games. So we're gonna kind of do some math today, and I wish I could have it on screen, but we're kind of just gonna do that, and then talk, because if Luka is out of the MVP race, then we have to, my chair is literally stuck right now. I need to. There we go. Freak. Sorry, I just earthquaked the whole scene. I didn't move the whole room. There's a basement underneath, so. Bro, where's everyone else? Hey, tell your mom, tell your dog, tell your father, tell your grandfather, tell your mother. Bro, let's get some homies up in the chat, bro. Shout out Dog 384 or CJ1, however you want me to address you by. Okay, let's just look at the MVP race. Who is the NBA MVP race? What's it looking like? The first thing, the thumbnail said, key MVP letter, Jaylen Brown surges the bolster the MVP case. Okay, so number one is Nikola Jokic. That's what it's saying right now. Nikola Jokic, which he's averaging almost a 30-point triple-double. It's not even like right now he's at 29.6 points. It's just me and you, pal. 100%. Let's keep it pushing. Whatever you got. Let me know what you think about MVP. This past week, they have Jokic still at number one. I'm pretty sure this is past week. Where was it? Yeah, last week. So there should be one coming out tomorrow. And it probably won't have Jokic because Jokic has been injured. So Jokic is having 29.6 points per game, 12.2 rebounds, 11 assists. So like I said, if he gets back to playing and he upset a little bit, has a couple games above 30, he gets that 0.4, bro. He's averaging 30, 12, and 11. He's leading the NBA in rebounds, and he's leading the league in assists. And he's scoring 30 points per game. He's top 5 in scoring, number 1 in rebounds, number 1 in assists. Do you know how freaking crazy that is? And his team is the 2 seed. Jokic will be winning his 4th MVP if he does that. There's nothing that anybody else can do to top that. Jaylen Brown's been having a cool year with the storyline. Shai has had some guys in and out, and it's been rough with the J-Dub and the stuff, right? If Jokic does that, bro, it's over. It's wraps. Like, no one is going to be able to beat him in any sort of conversation, especially because he's missed out 2 times. The Embiid one was like, sure. And the Shai one was also like, sure. So the 2 times that he lost, it wasn't like it was complete fraudulent. Other people will say that with Shai and all that stuff. But the Embiid one, I was like, this guy is averaging ridiculous amounts of points in the amount of minutes. Like, it was crazy. So Jokic will have to play literally every game after he returns, and that's if he comes back still eligible for MVP and All-NBA. So let's check Jokic out. Let's go case by case. How many games has he played? How many games have the Nuggets played? Let's do some little subtraction. I just typed in NBA standings. Nice job. Okay, how many games have the Nuggets played? The Nuggets have played 41 games. We are literally at the halfway point of the season. 41 games. So have the Thunder. The Spurs have played 40. Timberwolves 41. Lakers 38. I love how it just... And the Clippers 40. A couple other guys, 40, 37. How the freak do you play 30? Rockets have more games to play, man. I don't understand how that happens. Okay, so the Nuggets have played 41 games. Nikola Jokic has played 32 games. So he has missed 9 games. So he comes back in like 3 weeks. And how many games do you play in a week? Let's say you play 3 games in a week. Yeah, he'll literally have to come back and not miss the rest of the season. And probably come back earlier than expected. Although, depending on when is the All-Star break? February 15th. So a month from today. So, how much longer he has? Let's look up Nuggets injury. I'm sorry, I gotta have this up for y'all, but I can do that next stream. I'll have it we'll fix it. Okay, Jokic's knee is out, but he has resumed on-court workouts. So he's schmoving. He's moving and schmoving. Man, the Nuggets are freaking injury prone, bro. That's crazy. They are boned, bro. Jeez. And they're the 2nd seed still. They've been playing really well. Okay, so Jokic has missed 9 games. And they'll play in a month. They'll probably play 10-something games. So he's going to have to come back a little bit early. If he does, he'll win an MVP. If he doesn't, the next guy who's in second right now is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That guy will be winning the MVP again. And he'll have 2. Which is more than Kevin Durant, the same as Steph Curry, more than Russell Westbrook, more than James Harden, same as Giannis, you know. So we're gonna have to have some conversations if this boy gets 2. Jokic got 3, and he's up there. Like he's top 5 center of all time easily. It's not even close. That guy's a monster, right? Got a ring. Shai, if he has 2 MVPs and 1 ring, it's going to get disgusting. And the OKC fans are going to be wild about their player. Like, is he better than Russ all time? He's got 2 MVPs and a ring. Like, Russ has 1 MVP and no rings. So, we're going to have some nasty conversations about Shai and about everybody else depending on who wins this MVP this year. And I should make a video on this because it is... It could get pretty gross. Because number 3 is Jaylen Brown. I don't know how Jaylen Brown is higher than Luka. No, I just don't. Like, I respect Jaylen Brown. I went to the game, for crying out loud, that he had 50 against the Clippers. I went to that game. But Luka's at 4. Wemby's at 5. Let's see. Wemby could have been a huge candidate. Yeah, so Shai is not going to miss games. Let's look at Luka. I don't really care about Jaylen Brown. Sorry, Celtics fans, I apologize. But do you really think Jaylen Brown's going to win MVP? Do you really think that? No. Even if it was like no Jokic and no Shai, it's going to be like Giannis or Luka or Jaylen Brown is not a top 5 player in the league. I apologize. I kind of don't, but whatever. Okay. So, let's look at Luka. How many? That's the same thing. How many games the Lakers played? Did I say they played 40? Oh, they played 38 games. So Luka has played 31 games this season, and they've played 38. So Luka's only missed 7 games. So who gets it? But the Lakers don't have. They're the 5th seed. Lakers are going to need to be top 4 minimum. Like, minimum. Especially because Luka has not been playing well either. But he is averaging 33.7 points per game, 8 rebounds, 8.8 assists. Guy's a killer. And I feel like Luka, little side note on Luka, I don't know, he could be one of those guys who, he's going to win an MVP at some point. There's no way he doesn't, right? With just the level of play. His playoff performances, though, he is already one of the all-time best playoff performers, and he's 26 years old, turning 27 next month. The amount of moments that you can just moments. His final run, 2024, his finals run, that was ridiculous. The shot over Gobert, the freaking Phoenix Suns thing, don't forget about that. That was ridiculous. And Clippers in the bubble, he was 20 21, 22 years old. Buzzer beater, like just insane performances in the bubble, even though they got swept, or not swept, they lost in the first round. But that's might be his legacy. But I hope that I think he'll win an MVP at some point. But he definitely is like regular season, like whatever, get to the postseason, and he's gonna kill people. Like that's Luka. I don't want to say Shai's not like this because different people have different things. Shai's a killer. When Luka steps on a court in the playoffs, everyone is like, uh-oh. If he's playing your favorite team, and that's saying a lot because I'm a Clippers fan, and we played the Mavs like every freaking year in the playoffs, it feels like. That boy will come on the court and kill you, right? Like, it's going to be fun this year to watch the Lakers play in the playoffs because, if they got to play Lakers T-Wolves first round, crazy. Dog 3-4. Jokic won in 2022. His team was a 6th seed. Yeah, I get that. My point is, regardless of the seeding, like it's hard to be a low seed when the guys are the 1 and 2 seed in your same conference, let alone are Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and like one of the top leading scorers in the NBA. They're at the 1 seed by a wide margin, by 6 games, and the team under that has a guy who's averaging basically a 30-point triple-double, and they're the 2nd seed. It's going to be really hard for anybody lower than that to beat. What I'm saying is it's a crazy MVP race this year, but not crazy. Like, it's crazy enough to have Jaylen Brown at 3rd for some reason in the rankings. We're going to have to check and see that because there's no way he keeps it up. Okay, so Luka has missed 7 games. He has to miss 11 more games to play 64. So he's definitely still in the running. Jokic is a little more. So now the question becomes, can Luka beat Shai in an MVP off? And that it comes down to the seeding. That's what I'm saying. Dog 384. Or dog. I'm just gonna say dog. That's what I'm saying. Dog. It's hard. I'm trying my best with the streaming thing, man. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just going to, I don't know what I'm going to refer to you as. Dog 384. 384, whatever. That's what I'm saying, is it's man, you got a guy at the 1 seed who's like almost leading the league in scoring. Then you got a guy at the 5th seed who's leading the league in scoring and very, very good. Who are you going to give it to, right? Especially when you can't say, oh, the whole Thunder team has been healthy this entire year and they've been winning games. No, they went on a little skid for a sec, but they haven't had Hartenstein. They didn't have J-Dub for the beginning part of the year, right? They've lost games since then, but it's not as crazy as you would like use to like. You can't use that against Shai, basically, right? Like Shai's been playing very, very well to the point where. Yeah, it is just him. And we've seen him do this for a number of years now, right? So, Jaylen Brown at top 3 is crazy. Top 10 minimum. Don't worry about saying my account name wrong. Sorry, my fault. Yeah, Jaylen Brown top 3 is ridiculous. Even with the injuries, I understand it. But there's no way Jaylen Brown wins an MVP. There's no way he's even in the conversation. Sorry, Celtics fans. Sorry, JB. No. He's just not that kind of player. He's not. Because when Tatum comes back, Tatum's a 1A. I'm just telling you. Jason Tatum, I would rather have Jason Tatum than Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's extremely good. Extremely good. I made a whole video about this. Go check it out if you haven't even seen it. Is Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum? Very, very easygoing title. 100% nice and chill. Jaylen Brown is not. He should not be in the. I understand what he's doing. He should not be in the MVP race. There's no way. There's 100% no way. So, Wemby. I think Wemby's missed too many games already. We can check, though. The Spurs have played 40 games. Wemby has played 26 games. So, he's already missed 14 games. So, he's going to have to play the rest of the season. He's played 26 games. The Spurs have played 40. So he's going to have to play. If he plays, he's got 42 more games to play. If he plays 42 more games, he will have played 68 games. And you need to not, I think if you hit 65, you're good. Unless 65 is the cutoff and I'm tweaking. But I'm pretty sure if you play 64, Or maybe it's like 65 and 66 instead of 65, 64, like what I'm saying. So Wemby still could be there, but his numbers have also dropped off. He's not doing anything ridiculous. 24 points per game, 11 rebounds, 2.9 blocks. It's not his time yet. Not yet. Not yet. I just don't see it going to him for a couple years. He's 23, guys. Like, or 20. Is he 22? No, he's 22. How old is he? Yeah, he's 22. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, dang. Sorry, let me fix. I gotta check this. Okay. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you guys think about Wemby. Like, when will he win his MVP? Like, because it's gonna happen. It's not if, it's when, right? That's the phrasing. Same with Luka. Shai's already got one. I mean, all the MVPs before, I was just gonna name them off, but they've all got one, right? I mean, JB's been playing great this year, and the Celtics are a top team in the East without Tatum, but he's not that high of an MVP candidate. 2K has Tatum at 94, JB at 95. That's crazy. JB at 95? Like, guys, he's good. I just don't see him. I don't know. Now, what would, even, bro, he won a finals MVP, and I'm still not convinced that he's the best player on his team. Like, is that crazy? Am I on drugs for that? Like, I would still take Tatum. Tatum is still better overall, I think, 100%. Now, people can say, oh, availability is the best ability, right? But, whatever. I don't know. Tatum was just, I really like Jaylen Brown, but golly, Jason Tatum's good. And I think he's just generally the more of the face. Well, with in terms of players, I had JT at the 5th a couple years ago, like last season. It was like Jokic, Shea, Wemby, or not Wemby, Jokic, Shea, Giannis, Luka, Tatum. And then like Ant, Wemby, Brunson, Curry, Halliburton, right? Stuff like that. So I don't know. Wemby's got to stay healthy if he's going to get one. Yeah, he's got to stay healthy. He has not played. Wemby's played. He played 71 games his rookie year, so he would have did it, but it wasn't good enough for that, right? For the DPOY or for anything. Played 46 games last year because he was chalked, and he could play around. He could still get it, but it's not going to be this year. But he's got to play over the rule to win it. And I go back and forth on the 65 game rule, because it's a rough one where it's like, oh, they were so close to winning it, and 18 games isn't like a whole ton. That's not even like a quarter of the season. So I think they should move it down to 60 personally, because that's quite literally a quarter of the season. So I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, he's definitely got to stay healthy in order to win one. I can't wait in a couple years when we're talking about Luka versus Wemby for the next 5 years, right? After for the MVP. I completely forgot that JB won Finals MVP. I know. And I think that should say something about it. And at the time, I don't know. I was higher than most people were at the time with that, because people were like, oh, this is the worst Finals MVP as a player overall since Iggy. And are they wrong? No. Because Finals MVP before that was Jokic, then Curry, I believe, right? Yeah, Curry in 22. Giannis, Bron, Kawhi, KD, Bron, Iggy. Yeah, so there's no way Jaylen Brown is better than any of those guys except for Iguodala, right? So, but if it was Jason Tatum, people won't be saying that. People would be like, Jason Tatum is a better player. Like, then I don't think any of those guys actually. So maybe they're in the same spot. It's just a weird situation. If any Celtics fans are in chat or watching VOD, man, let me know how you feel, bro. Because I gotta have a Celtics fan make sense to make everything make sense to me, right? Like, this has been going on for a minute, and I talked about this in the video where I was like, they dropped the JB first, and they took JT in 2017, and I mean they did a great job with that. They crushed with that, right? That was an amazing drafting just a masterclass, right? It was so good. But they don't do the same thing, but they do, right? And I think everyone feels this. So like, I just have a hard time making sense of the two. Because would I put JT in an MVP conversation? Well, let's look at him. Let's see. Would he? I mean, he's been in MVP combos. Literally, he was. Let's see. He's been 6th in MVP, 4th, 6th, and 4th. Right? All NBA first team 4 times. That's crazy. In the video, I talk more about this. So if you want more on this situation, go watch the whole video. It was good. There's a lot of information that I found and ended up putting in there, and it was fine. But JB just doesn't have the motion. Like 5-time All-Star, 4-time first NBA first team. That means you are basically the best small forward in the game. Let's look at the NBA. I know we're kind of taking a little bit of a detour, but we're kind of done with the MVP talk. It's gonna come up to. We're gonna have a lot more discussion towards the end of the run there, right? I mean, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. All NBA teams. Okay, let's see. Go down. 23 or 24, 25. I forgot Mitchell made it. Wow. Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis. So you have the best point guard in Shai, the best center in Jokic, the best power forward in Giannis, the best small forward in Tatum. I would take Anthony Edwards over Donovan Mitchell. I just would. It's not even. Mitchell's really, really good, and he's like actually in his prime. Ant's just like really good. That's the thing. We're comparing two guys who were drafted like 4 years apart, 5 years apart. So there's Then after that it was Brunson, Mobley, Steph, Braun, Ant, and then Cade, Cat, Hallie, J-Dub, and James Harden. I forgot Harden made all third team. Wow. Harden's a baller. Hopefully somebody makes it this year. From the Clippers, hopefully. Shout out LA, baby! Yeah. Man. But yeah, JB, Jaylen Brown has not been. It's just there's so many parallels and similarities between the two. JB on NBA second team in 2023, which is good. But not all NBA first team. 4 times in a row. I think that solidifies my case, man. Like, JT is the best at his position for multiple years. There's not a small forward better than him. People would say KD or Y, or I don't even know. That's the other thing. Small forwards are kind of interesting right now. There's a lot of bigs, a lot of guards, kind of min-maxing a little bit because it was 2010s was friggin' wings, bro. Everyone go get a wing. Go get yourself a small forward, bro, and figure it out from there. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Anybody who's in chat, right now, throw any. This is kind of like the mailbag part of the stream where we're kind of done. I still have time to go. I've got nothing going on. So if you want to have a convo, let's chuck it out. So while you do that type of your stuff, I'm gonna go get a glass of water and I'll come back. Yeah, give me something to talk about when I come back, and we'll do that. Someone says support Trump. No, we're not doing that right here. We're talking about basketball, homie. Give me. That's the other thing. Give me a basketball. Give me a hot take. Give me something to discuss. We'll come back. I got you. All right. Oh. Yeah, Chosen. Tell him what's up, baby. There are places you could talk about your political knowledge and things like that. This is not one of those places, especially not with me. I'm just gonna nothing's getting out of me. Not gonna talk about that. Give me any hot takes, bro. I already got my glass. It's probably the fastest glass of water in the world. Probably should have done something, do a little dance or something. Because you guys are still probably typing. Yeah, let me know what you guys what we got. What we got? Give me anything we'll talk about and we'll run it. We'll go. I'm trying to go for 50 to an hour stream every time, just because it's good. It's good content. It's good amount of time. Plus we're chilling, bro. It's a Thursday morning. We're chilling. Good point, Giorgio. It's not even a question. That boy just had a statement. But I would like to move on from said statement and stop acknowledging it so we can talk about basketball. This is so fire, dude. I love this. Yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna hit one of these. You guys can do whatever you got. I'm just gonna. I think you can still hear me. So this is the time of the stream where we're just chilling, bro. Let them rip, baby. Give me something to yap about. Peyton Watson, most improved player. Good. Shout out Chosen. That's my dog. Chosen, have you seen the Keontae George video yet that I made yesterday? Because if you haven't, go watch that and let me know what you think. I do agree. Now I gotta set up for this, actually. Dang. Okay, let's look at Peyton Watson. I don't think his numbers are good enough, but I could be completely wrong. Finally, yeah, shout out Dog384. Everyone's here now. Yeah, like Peyton Watson, Chosen, his minutes went up by 5 minutes a game more, and he's averaging 5 more points a game. And he's taking how many more shots? Like in the Keontae George video, I talk about, whoever's seen that, let me know if you guys have seen that. Let me know what you thought, because it came out yesterday. Put a lot of effort into it. It's a fun video. I talked about Keontae George. It was good. Let me know what you thought. But I talked a lot about efficiency. Like, oh, he's taking more shots, but he's also taking more shots in around the same amount of minutes, and his efficiency is even better. So, like, that is why I'm like everyone's saying Ryan Rollins, right? Everybody likes Ryan Rollins, but yeah, Chosen is not gonna. Chosen, you're right. Watson's not gonna win it, but is that a next year thing? Does he win next year? Right? Like he's way good. I really like Peyton Watson. Your stream came up. Appreciate that, Giorgio. Luka's incredibly talented, but his defense is atrocious. Lakers are trapped, in my opinion. Do y'all see Max Kellerman just said, bro, trade? He wants. Dude, I gotta see how this tweet's doing. Max Kellerman. By the way, I thought that was gonna be kind of a cool podcast with Max Kellerman and Rich Paul. There's been nothing but absolute dog water that's spewed from that podcast. It's been Rich Paul being like, we need to do this. If I was a Lakers GM, which we all know he really wants to be, we would do all this. Trade AR, do this. And then Max Kellerman's like, hey, they need to trade Luka for defense. I'm like, that's exactly what Nico Harrison thought. And everyone like almost killed him for that. Literally almost took his life for that. That's how insane that was. You don't do that. I understand, Giorgio, that Luka's defense is bad. But the playoffs, though, they just need to build better defense around him, right? Steph Curry, for instance, would you call Steph Curry's defense good in his prime? Let's talk about that. No, you would not call Steph Curry's defense like amazing. He's kind of a little liability, right? But Steph Curry's been on two number one, like first defenses. Like they've been number one in defense twice with Steph Curry on the team. So it's not so much of like a Luka thing as it is a roster construction thing, 100%. And I stand by that. Like when I tell people that, I'm like, dude, Steph Curry's played on 2 number one defenses. That shouldn't happen. So what's stopping Luka from playing on 2 number one defenses as well? It's a roster construction. I'll tell you what, you're not going to get a number one defense with having DeAndre Ayton at your 5. That is not going to happen, right? So you got to have Luka. It's going to be interesting what happens with LeBron, but LeBron's still playing really, 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 really well. Like, I really, really like that he's playing really well. But the Luka defense thing kind of throws me off because I'm like, it's bad when everything else is bad. Obviously, it's going to shine worse, right? No, Steph's definitely better defender than Luka, for sure. I'm not saying he's not. But it's Steph Curry, bro. Talk about Steph Curry in the 2010s before he kind of put on muscle and he's kind of still a little skinny boy. He was getting thrown around. He was getting thrown around a little bit. He wasn't really there, right? He wasn't. It was like, I mean, for crying out loud, Kyrie hit that shot over Steph for a reason. They wanted that switch for a reason. So, but my point is, Golden State constructed a good roster around him to give him a number one. They had a number one defense. Boom, right? Curry put some effort though. Curry had Iguodala and Green top two. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So how good would the Lakers be if, and they could turn this around at the trade deadline? That's what I'm still waiting for. Like, I want to have all these conversations on stream, but golly, is it hard to when the trade deadline hasn't happened, and if the Lakers go out and get like a bunch of defensive guys, and they jump up, man, it's gonna be nasty because Luka. Let's all agree. Can we all agree on this? Luka on offense is unmatched. Very, very, very good. Like top tier talent, all time, extremely good. Right now, he's been kind of mismatched, right? Maybe if the Lakers can build a Mavs 2024 roster, but I am other. So that's what I'm saying. That I want to look up how good defensively was that Mavs team. Freak. It's 23-24. Hold on. Where was the defense? I want to see how good the defensive rating was for that team. Because that team had, bro, you had Lively, you had Gafford, you had D. Jones, right? Like, they had some great defenders on the team. And you have him and Kyrie. So, back to Max Kellerman kind of not, I don't agree with his point of saying Austin Reeves and Luka do the same thing, but if I trade Luka, I get 3 times the amount of stuff that I would give for Austin Reeves. So I'm gonna keep AR, develop him, and trade him for stuff. I get that, but they're not that's Luka and AR are not the same thing, and they can coexist because we've seen, bro, in the past, you need like kind of 2 guys. It was kind of like a dynamic duo for a little bit after the big 3 kind of deal, and even with the big 3 in Miami, it was Braun and Wade. Right? It was Curry and KD, and then you have a Clay, and that's why they're so freaking good, right? Jamal Murray and Jokic, right? JB and JT. You need 2 guys. So post LeBron, you're gonna have to keep AR and Luka because you had Kyrie and Luka go to the finals. So, my opinion with the current roster, LeBron's contract a major obstacle. Yeah, I understand, but at least he's not averaging like 5 points a game like everybody else. I don't think anybody past their 20th year has averaged more than like 15 points a game. And LeBron's averaging like 25 right now. So he's still a good offensively. Did go downhill a lot more. He was a lot quicker too. Yeah. I think that could be a thing as well. 100%. Hot take. Ant has been running the Luka for the past 2 years. That's a real Chosen dropping bombs, man. I mean That's a discussion. We will have a discussion. That's a crazy pull. And what do you back it up with? Hey, Ant led the league in 3-pointers made last year. That is bonkers. I don't know if everyone's old enough. I'm 24, turning 25 this year. So like me and Ant are like the same age. So I was coming out of high school when Ant was getting drafted, right? And I watched him and I was like, this dude's athletic as freak. Like he's crazy. But he couldn't shoot. And now, like, he leads the league in 3-pointers made. That's crazy. And on top of that, his team, what he's done in the playoffs, his team's made back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances after not making the playoffs for like 20 years as a franchise. That's crazy, right? Jokic, then SGA, Luka third. Too bad Nikola's out with injury. I know. We just talked about that. Chip with the injuries. You can go back in the stream. You can scroll back and kind of we talked about. Jokic can come back barely if he comes back a little bit early and then plays the rest of the season. Luka should be fine to be in the MVP race. Shea hasn't missed a whole ton of games, and Wemby's pretty much chalked. That's kind of the conclusion we came to. But I would definitely have Jokic winning the MVP this year, just because he's insane. Giorgio says, even AR and Luka is not a great roster. The skill set overlap and have 2 below average defenders. If you want content, in my opinion, you can get away with only 1 bad defender. Yeah, 100%. Well, and that's the thing, is my philosophy that I've come to after having watched the NBA for over a decade now, and been a real fan. I mean, I started this channel in 2019, so I've been more basketball analytic mindset for the past couple of years, right? I'm gonna scoot up so I can lay back a little more. Sorry. So I've been thinking about it more, and the conclusion I've come to with champions and contenders is you got to be top 10 offense, top 10 defense. You can't be number 1 offense and 26 in defense. That just does not work historically. People do not win championships like that. And if you're okay with being a contender, you could have a Luka and AR, and Luka just have a crazy playoff run. We've seen that, right? But that Mavs team, once again, was a very good defensive team. So it's super interesting to see how that works out. I understand what you're saying. It's just we're going to have to see if they can construct a roster in a way that allows them to be better. I mean, they got Marcus Smart. Jake LaRavia is a pretty good defender, I would say. I've been watching him. Rui's not bad. I love Vando. Vando's a dog. But they needed Mark Williams, man. They kind of needed like a defensive big, like a real deal defensive big, right? You set your bad defender in the corner to guard the corner 3. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Curry. Curry was that guy on the Warriors teams. And they were still really, really good. So you just got to be better. And it's a little bit of effort. I have a point where it's kind of been a cool thing to clap back at some old heads. I don't know if anybody here is older, has watched 80s, 90s NBA and stuff. Shout out if you have or not. But a lot of the NBA now is not just like, hey, everyone's shooting threes and not doing the whole stuff. Watch these young teams. Dude, I don't know what's up. These young guys, people my age, younger, play hard. The Suns have a lot of young guys. They play hard. OKC plays hard. San Antonio plays hard. Like, it's really fun to watch. So that'll be kind of fun to see in terms of defense. Because if you get a guy to buy in, he'll play defense, right? KD on the Warriors. KD historically is not a bad defender, but he looked like a really good defender in Golden State because everyone was bought in. And then you got Draymond and Clay, who's, I mean, 2 of those guys are crazy. And then their 5 was like fine. And then you got Steph. But overall, they were a number 1 defense at one point, right? Luka regressed and hasn't been that impactful to winning like Ant, who led his team to the Western Conference Finals twice and for this season, and he's just playing better in the clutches of the NBA. Ant is so good, man. I have 3 Luka jerseys because, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking Luka slander. I get the defense. You cannot tell me Luka's an absolute like killer. Like he is so good. Luka is very, very good. Very fun to watch. I've loved watching Luka ever since he was drafted, right? But I need an Ant jersey. I have 3 Luka jerseys. I need an Ant jersey. I should go start wearing jerseys for these streams. I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, Luka has, I wouldn't say, regressed, chosen is kind of a wild word to use for a dude who's averaging almost 34 points per game. And he's not even in his prime yet. He's there. But yeah, Mavs are cooked. Cooper Flag's cool. They need to trade AD. They need to get him out. Ant averaging 25, 9, and 4, shooting 40% from 3 and 62% true shooting. Woof! Wow. Yeah, Ant is legit. I keep saying Ant is the best 3-level scorer in the NBA. Because I mean, the 3-ball now. He shoots 3-ball better than almost anybody in the NBA. Like, it's like Steph and then all these white guys who are like 3-point specialists, right? And I'm most impressed with it because that's something he worked on. And now he like led the league in 3-pointers made last season. Bonkers. Like ridiculously crazy, right? So he's got the 3-ball. And he hits it. Like, people are guarding him there now. Like, Shea can hit a 3, 100%. He hits the 3s. I wouldn't call Shea a 3-point shooter, though, right? I would call Luka a 3-point shooter. He can shoot. But Ant with the volume and the efficiency, like, he strokes that thing. Pause. But he'll also give it to you in the midi. And then at the rim, there's not a lot of people better than Anthony Edwards at the rim in terms of finishing and stuff, and then also hitting one of these. Right? Like Luka doesn't have that. Ant has a lot of defensive dimensions offensively that put him way up for me, in my opinion. So the fact that he's shooting 20, averaging 29, 5, and 4, shooting 40% from 3, 60% true shooting. Wow. T-Wolves are 4th right now, bruh. That could be fun. You gotta realize that Luka's shooting 10 threes, but only making 32% of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think of 3-point shooters and like superstars. Can Luka hit a 3? Yes. Would I put him in like the 3-point shooter category? No. I put Steph. I put KD. I put Book. Who else do I put? Obviously Ant. I just talked about that. Ant is obviously really, really, really good. And that's what I'm saying, is now Ant has evolved into a guy that I'm like, he is a 3-point shooter. Like, you can't tell me he's not. The facts and the numbers say that he is, right? To your major topic about the MVP race, IMO SGA is the front runner after Jokic's injury. Brunson, Jaylen Brown should also be considered. Brunson needs to be talked about more. But this year it looks like that is going to be very weak competition. Yeah, and that's why I have issues with the 65 game rule. Because like Wemby, that's what we talked about. Me and Dog, shout out Dog, that's my dog. When we were looking at the numbers and who's missing enough games and all this stuff, what's actually happening. Wemby hasn't been able to like compete for an MVP since his rookie year. And granted, he's only played 3 years, so nothing crazy. And he'll be there eventually. But then, if Jokic doesn't win this year, like SGA 100% is the front runner. And maybe tomorrow we'll look at it. It should be updated because the NBA Kia MVP race, whatever article came out last Friday. And so I'm assuming that it's going to come out tomorrow. And so we can look at that on stream tomorrow for sure and kind of reiterate this. Hey, I just want to shout you guys out. Shout out for chatting. This is so much fun. I could sit here. I've got nothing going on in the morning. So we've almost hit an hour-long stream, bruh. I appreciate you guys. This is what I want to do. This is exactly why I'm wanting to stream. So, yeah, this is fun. We're going to keep going. I'm not stopping. I just want to thank you guys. Fun time. I'm a big NBA fan. That's why I started the channel. Also, NBA. I'm an NBA fan. I'm a video editor. I like social media. I'm going to college for that right now. So this is kind of what I'm doing the channel for. It's been really, really fun. But this is what I like, is talking to people who actually good conversations rather than just yelling at each other on Twitter. That's the whole point. I'm taking a little detour. I want this to be a safe space for a community where we can, it's the warm up. We're not hot take. We're not super hot. We're not boiling. We're just, bro, we are here. Let's just analyze everything. Let's take our time. Let's discuss. And let's have nuances and stuff. And sometimes it's okay to say, I don't know, stuff like that. That's how I like to have conversations, man. So I really am enjoying this time. NBA Cup has to stop putting ugly courts just to put the trophy on the courts. Stop playing as Vegas since it's quiet. Yeah. Now, I will say, Chosen, I live like 2 hours away from Vegas, and I have not gone to an NBA Cup game yet. So if they stop it now, I will be sad because I am gonna go this year for sure. If they do it again, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to go. But I understand like the neutral site. They want to have the neutral site, but then again, is it so bad if they have like a team? I mean, if you make it to the finals of the NBA Cup, you're making 200 bands. Like that's not the worst thing in the world to go play one more game, right? And to fly somewhere else. If it's like Bucks Thunder and the Bucks have to go to OKC, is that the worst thing in the world? And it should. I understand. I get both sides. The neutral site makes sense, but also not. Because, like, when the Lakers went the first year, bro, LA to Las Vegas is like 5 hours, maybe, right? Bro, it was all Lakers fans there. So that was a fun time. But I understand why they would want it to be not in Vegas because it could get rough, right? Even though I have loved every single NBA Cup playoff championship so far. Every single year. It's been a really, really fun time. I don't understand people who say that it's actively bad, right? Do you think the Thunder will repeat or no? I think they're making it out the West this year. And who they play has changed my opinion. I don't think Detroit's ready in the East. Chosen, I know you're an East Coast guy, right? So let me know what you think about. Or no, yeah, Chosen's a Detroit fan. I don't think Detroit's ready yet. We can see. We'll have to find out because the Knicks are very good and playoff tested. The Celtics now are in the conversation, which at the beginning of the year no one was expecting. So we kind of were like, oh, it's going to be someone new this year. And the Cavs are not very good this year, right? Toronto's not ready yet. So who they will be playing, I don't know. So in terms of repeating, can anybody in the East beat the Thunder in a 7-game series? If anybody can do it, a healthy Boston team could do it, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. Is if JT comes back, bro, the East might be chalked. It might be Thunder. It might be Thunder Celtics. But I will say, let's say it's gonna be OKC, Boston. Boston is gonna have a way easier time getting to the finals than OKC will. OKC has to prove again that they are them boys. That they can go and beat these guys. Bro, you've got Denver, Minnesota, San Antonio, not to mention in the earlier rounds, you have Houston, who's not a pushover. You got the Lakers, who we just had a whole discussion about Luka, but heaven forbid Luka has a 40-point game in 3 games and you lose. Like, we don't know. It's going to be a lot harder, especially with injury. If they don't have iHeart or something like that, oof, I don't know. So that we're going to have to get closer to the season. Like, today is like the midway point of the season. So we're going to have a lot more discussions like this going forward, dog. So shout out that. Jojo says, I think 65-game rule is a good thing. Maybe the number needs to go down to 60. I agree with going down to 60. But when we assess MVP candidates, you take into consideration availability during the year. Yeah, so I agree with the availability thing. But I think going down to 60, because if you play less than 60 games, you miss more than a quarter of the season. 65, you can miss 18 games. Right? 65 out of 82, that brings you down to 17 games. 18 games. 65 to 82. 82 down to 64. So if you play 64 games, and it might be, can you play 65? Or if you don't, you have to play more than 65. I can't even remember. You get my point. Move it down to 60, because then if you don't play 60 games, that's a significant chunk. But missing a couple games here and there, like one injury, 18 games is what? Like maybe a month and a half, 2 months? Let's see. We're at 40 games, and it's been October, November, December, half of January. So I would say 20, maybe like 10 games a month. That's like a game every 3 days. That sounds about right to me. So I think moving down to 60, and we have less problems. Not only the final game doesn't even count for a team's record, so stakes will get lowered. I agree. Yeah, but Chosen, to your point, homies want that cash though. They want that $500K. Like we saw in the championship game this year, how freaking crazy that team went. Like the Spurs were up the whole championship game, and then the Knicks came back, and bro, that Knicks bench was popping off. They were like, "We want to get this $500K, bro. We're not getting 200. We're not leaving here with $200K. We were leaving here with $500,000. That is crazy." So they definitely. I agree that the incentive there is really, really dope. And who knows if it's more, bro? Imagine if you win twice that. If you win the game, everybody gets $1 million, and they gotta have way more sponsors and stuff like that. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, is based off European soccer and stuff like that. So we'll have to see. I don't know if soccer has a ton of like sponsors. I imagine it probably does, but I think they just expand their pool a little bit more of that bread. Granted, $500K is still a butt ton. That is a lot of money. So, all right, man. I'm caught up to all the chats. If anybody has anything left, we will get to it real quick. But we hit an hour, man. Shout out to everybody on the stream. If you are watching VOD or watching live, consider becoming a member. If you subscribe, it's the little join button on my channel page. It starts at like 99 cents a month. It's just to support, but I'm going to be you get access to early videos. So when I get videos done early, you get to see them first, and comment and all this stuff. You get to have your own little chat and stuff in like stickers and use your own GIFs and have a little icon for the chat, which is kind of dope. And I'm doing a members only podcast, man. I'm doing a weekly show where it is only members only, where I get to discuss with you guys, and the members get to dictate what we talk about on that podcast. And I'll be able to have people and take people's questions specifically and go in depth about it. It's just a really fun way to kind of, for the people who really, really want to interact and talk, and support me and stuff like that. That's where we got to go. So that'll be coming out. I'm doing the streams consistently. Hopefully you guys have been liking the streams. I appreciate all the support. It's been super dope. But the podcast I'll probably start at the beginning of next month, because this month I'm gonna be doing a lot of streams. Like I said, I gotta tweak some stuff. So, all right, I appreciate all you guys. I'm gonna bounce out. I think that's what we're good on. We had our first stream over an hour, so shout out for the VOD. Hey man, you get 4 hours of extra content of me if you really enjoy my lovely face and talking about NBA with other homies. This is the place to do it. If you're watching the VOD, we stream. Generally, I try to have the stream up the night before so you can see. So just stay tuned. But in the morning, 8 a.m., 8:30, or 9. I don't think I'll ever stream outside of those times. But I'm having a really, really good time with this. Really appreciate all the support for y'all. Good combos today, man. Let me know in the comments if you're watching on the VOD later in the day, or if you're hearing the stream, you haven't said what's up yet, say what's up. So I just want to check some stuff real quick. If anybody has any last, give me a buzzer beater, man. Any last ones? We can still go. I got nothing going on, but it seems like we are all good here. Personally, okay, I think that should be it. Stream tomorrow morning, we're going to talk about trade candidates, because we are inching closer and closer to the NBA trade deadline, and I want to talk about all of the rumors and all the things. Because on a video, I kind of have to be a little precise about here's this and this and this and this. Stream, man, open it up. What are the rumors? What are the dumb takes? Let's go to the trade machine. Let's get messy, bro. Let's have a fun time. So, okay, love y'all. Had a really good stream today. Appreciate y'all love. Appreciate all the support. That's all we got for today, bro. We out. Have a good one.